Hello guys, welcome back. So Odin got yeeted out of the house. It turns out he lied and was going behind the scenes. And I found out, like I said, if I'm playing the radio, I don't dream, but if I turn it off, I dream. So I turned it off this morning because I got up super early, and when I went back to bed, I had a dream that it was like my mom, but not like my mom, and she was taking me places. And she took me into this place I've seen in my dreams before, but this was so real this time. I thought it was in real waking life. And I sat down in a chair, and it was like my vision started to go fuzzy, so I really couldn't see the doctor. And I thought we were there for her, but we were there for me. And he held up a white piece of paper like this. And he said to look at the screen, and I realized he was testing my eyes. And I'm like, okay. And I don't think it's a sign from the universe. It's a scolding from the universe, because I'd asked last night to have true vision with the gods, and I immediately got an answer from Egypt as seeing like a death mask like Osiris would have worn when he would have been put in the coffin. So yeah. So I'm at this doctor, and somehow something happens. I end up going into his house, and I'm a young girl, and only I'm not me, but I am. Does any of this make sense? This is how my dreams work out. And his son is this teeny tiny, impossibly small dot of a child who's teeny tiny. I mean, like baby sized, only he can walk and talk around and is full of mischief and has blonde hair. 20 guesses who that is. I didn't get it in the dream. And he's leading me through the house, and he's saying, well, let's get out before, before Dad catches us. I'm not supposed to be out of my room. Dad says I'm bad. So, so he's leading me through the house. And he's leading me through the house. I'm dumb is what I am. And we get outside, and his crazy uncles are showing up. And one's a surfer dude. And I so didn't get this. One's a surfer dude, and one woman is bringing wine that he likes, and it was one of his crazy uncles in drag, and he throwing these bottles of wine at this kid. And as they're flying through the air, they're like champagne bottles and everything, but before they hit the ground, they transform into like soda and that, and there's just like a fuck ton of this stuff. And I leave the house, and some reason I go back, and I'm trying to like leave, and they're like trying to not let me leave. And the one surfer dude uncle, and they're very young in this dream, which was what was throwing me off. I didn't recognize any of them. He's like, well, you could stay and you could blow off your friend, and you could party with us. I'm not getting this dream. And then I had a dream that, like, I looked up and I was in my bedroom, and I looked up at the ceiling, and the ceiling was like all warped and everything and like pushed up. And it was like I didn't have the proper, I guess, protection, which was, I guess, the Greek style of saying, you could do much better. We have a better leader for you. We do. You may have heard of him. And, Odin got to hear from Egypt, and Odin got to hear from South America, and Odin got to hear from Japan, and Odin got to hear from everywhere. Odin thoroughly had me convinced that things are much worse in the world than they are. He will take advantage. I can't emphasize this enough, and this is why I tell you when he's made a fool of me on a regular basis. And all the other gods had to go home, take care of stuff. They couldn't take care of me because I wasn't one of theirs, which is incredibly racist, but Odin will go there. And they wanted to know just when in the hell did I not become theirs, because they love me and they take care of me, and they have just been yelling at him. And so he finally ran away, and all the Norse gods scattered to the winds. Loki didn't even stay. All the Norse gods scattered, and all my other gods, right? Especially the Greek gods. And, they don't blame me, because they said I'm too trusting with Odin. I'm too easily influenced. But they said that's not entirely my fault, because he will use magic on people to influence them. And you will think you're being smart and logical and you're getting sound advice from the old man. And all the while, he's manipulating you to do what he wants. And they were very angry. And I said to them, They weren't angry at me, by the way. They were angry at Odin. I said, "Did he tell any of you anything?" And everybody got really quiet. I said, "Because Odin usually plays both sides." I said he imitated Hermes and did a lot of horrible things in Hermes' imitation, which is why Hermes started acting bipolar. And then he must have went around and told them something because it was like they weren't trying to make contact. And they all got really interested. And I said, "You're my family. Of course I love you. Why would I not love you or need you?" And they all got really interested. You feel all these gods looking at Odin. And all of a sudden, the Norse gods had better shit to do, and they all ran away. So that's how brave they are. The Norse gods are fucking ambitious. They are. They'll try this again. They tried their coup and they failed, and they'll wait a while. They'll get along with everybody. We'll have a great kumbaya family. Everybody will love everybody else. And then they'll start their ambitions again. And the other gods realize now it's just if they want to stay, it's going to be a perpetual war with the Norse gods because the Norse gods would love to have everything for themselves. I've never seen them act differently, and I've tried to treat them like enlightened gods that love everyone, and it never sticks, it never takes. So, yeah, so Odin got to go flying out the door, and the other Norse gods just scattered. Because when Anubis is angry, he's a sight to people. Remember, he used to be one of the many Egyptian gods that marched out before the army, so you really don't want him pissed off and strutting towards you. He came to see what was going on. And it was Osiris this time. It wasn't set in disguise. Osiris decided to show up, and first god just went. Psh. So they knew they'd been caught. It was like watching them run. And I don't usually work with Zeus directly, but if his sons are coming in and saying stuff, they're usually they can choose their people, but if they're delivering a message from their father, and if that would have been Zeus in disguise, though I would say it would be one of the other Greek gods more associated with medicine, but still, if that would have been Zeus in disguise, he's not going to be impressed with Odin. Of them are. And the demons were real pissed off because Odin was also trying to push them out, and I didn't know. But Odin can talk circles around you until he convinces you he's right. And you're not stupid. You could have a PhD, and Odin could convince you to do something incredibly dumb. I think half the dumb things people do in this world have been Odin talking to people. Why don't you do that? I shouldn't do that. That's stupid. No, let me explain to you why you should do that. And then Odin hustles them. So Odin went running away. So he's not sorry. That's the thing. He's not sorry. He will get everything for himself. He's ambitious and greedy. But I've got the other gods here. And their Kleenex came in. They hadn't told us it shipped. In fact, remember they told us it wasn't going to ship? Well, it shipped. So the Kleenex came in. And Hermes doesn't even seem mildly upset. I mean, he's a trickster too. As terrible as it sounds, if he could have figured out a dirty trick like that and played it himself, he would have. And it felt like when they were first coming in, some other stuff was happening, but then everybody realized this is all dirty tricks from Odin that Odin didn't want to share. And if Odin can make it unpleasant enough for me to be with the other gods, he will. So he's a bastard. He is. He loves his people, but he's a rat bastard too. So you have to be aware of that. So yeah, we got everybody else now, and I hope you guys are having a good one. I know the news is crazy lately. Seeing flooding and all this other stuff on the news, but it's no different a year really, guys, than any other year. I know with the virus on top of everything else, we all think we were going to get a breather, but Mother Nature isn't like that. We will get through this. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye bye.